Many times the things we think of as common knowledge are little more than myths and urban legends. So while there may be some experienced mythbusters among you, we know that others of you will probably have to face some hard facts by the time you reach the end of this video. I'm Mike with List25, and at any rate, this list is by no means exhaustive, so if you have any other popular myths or urban legends on your mind, go ahead and leave a comment. #25. Vikings had horns on their helmets. There is some truth to this. Archaeological finds have discovered helmets with horns and wings, but these have always been designated for the priests to wear during ceremonies. Viking warriors did not wear them into battle. In fact, it's debatable whether Viking warriors wore helmets at all. So, where did this myth come from? It most likely started with the ancient Roman and Greek writers like Plutarch, who vividly described the northern tribes as wearing all manners of strange things on their heads. 24. Bananas grow on trees. Although we call it a banana tree, the stem doesn't contain true woody tissue. In reality, it's a herbaceous plant, or herb. Spread the word.
I sure will.
Thanks. 23. Irregardless is not a word. Oh, but it is. You might not like it, and your English teacher might not like it, but just don't make any bets that it's not in the dictionary. Of course, it's considered non-standard, and most people would prefer probably regardless or irrespective, but that is a matter of preference. I should have said irregardless, that is a matter of preference. Missed opportunity, Juan. Missed opportunity. 22. Poinsettias are lethal. Poor poinsettias. Everyone steers clear of them. The myth was started sometime in the 20th century, shortly after they were brought over from Mexico. The child of a military officer allegedly died upon consuming a poinsettia leaf. As a result of this rumor, the toxic properties of this plant have been highly exaggerated. Of course, you may want to keep it away from your pets because consumption can result in an upset stomach, but trust me, they'll live. 21. Humans have 5 senses. This is common knowledge, right? Well, in the realm of academia, a dispute rages and it's yet to be settled. There's no doubt that we have 5 primary senses. This has been known since the time of Aristotle. But go ahead and ask a Harvard Medical School researcher and you'll get a wide variety of answers. Depending on their stance, they may include any of the following: equilibrioception, nociception, proprioception, thermoception, interoception, and the list goes on and on and on. 20. Hydrogen peroxide helps wounds heal. Well, this can be quite the painful myth. Quite literally. Heck, even your pediatrician might recommend it if they're not up to date on their research. The truth is, however, that it doesn't help your wound at all. That bubbling you see, it's probably the hydrogen peroxide attacking you. Not only that, it causes cellular damage and extends the healing process. But hey, placebos work, right? 19. Tomatoes are legally considered vegetables. No, they're still a fruit. The Supreme Court never ruled that tomatoes are vegetables in any botanical sense. In Nix v. Hedden, they simply classified tomatoes as vegetables for the purpose of taxation, so that under the Tariff Act of 1883, they would be taxable in the agricultural sense.
Dude, they need to make a movie out of that court case.
They did. It's called Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
No, it's not.
18. Dogs sweat through their tongue. Yes, when dogs get worked up, they start to pant. But panting is not the same as sweating. In actuality, dogs have very few sweat glands, most of which are located in their foot pads. They do keep cool by panting and breathing, however, using the moist lining of their lungs as an evaporative surface. 17. Bats are blind. Au contraire, they do pretty well for themselves. While they can't see in color, at night they certainly see better than we do. Of course, many species also use echolocation, so long story short, they know where they're going. 16. Chameleons blend into their surroundings. It's common knowledge that chameleons change colors. but the reason for it is slightly more elusive. While most believe it's so they can blend in with their surroundings, the primary reasons are to regulate their temperature or communicate with other chameleons. 15. Sharks don't get cancer. Contrary to what you may have heard at your local dietary supplement retail outlet, sharks do get cancer. There's nothing special about their cells, and researchers have been studying cancerous tumors on sharks for years. So next time you're about to buy those cartilage pills, call their bluff. 14. Seasons are caused by the distance of Earth from the sun. Seasons are actually caused by the 23.45 degree tilt of the Earth's axis. That means that different parts of the Earth are oriented towards the sun at different times of the year. It's all about direct sunlight. 13. If you cut an earthworm in half, it'll regenerate into 2 earthworms. While earthworms do regenerate, they'll not divide into 2 entirely new earthworms. Every 5th grader knows that the front of the worm lives and the back dies. The regeneration happens when the front of the worm replaces the lost half of its body. 12. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. The idea that with every lap around the fishbowl, your goldfish is experiencing the world as if it were completely new is completely wrong. Goldfish actually have a fairly decent memory. In fact, they can be taught to respond to different light, music, or other sensory cues. I used to have a goldfish I'd play tag with. Rest in peace, Zippy. Rest in peace.
That's a cute name for a goldfish.
I know, right? 11. You should drink 8 glasses of water every day. While this is probably good advice for some people, especially if you live in a really dry area, it should not be followed as a rule. Moreover, nobody's really even sure where this advice originated. Just remember, if you're thirsty, drink. It's water. See? 10. Chewing gum will stay in your stomach for 7 years. No, it won't. It's true that it doesn't digest, but that doesn't mean it lingers in your stomach forever. It'll come out with everything else, probably looking a lot like it did when it first went down. 9. Sushi is raw fish. Although this may be true, it's not necessarily true. Raw fish is probably the most popular variety, but there are several other types. To be even more accurate, sushi is actually the rice vinegar, whereas sashimi is the raw fish. Usually sashimi is used as a topping, but so is nori, dried seaweed, and various other vegetables. 8. Cracking your knuckles leads to arthritis. According to the latest research, this is false. So for all you crackheads out there, wow, really? You're lucky, your knuckles will remain crackable. Yes, I do. What about, there we go.
God, you're the worst. You crackhead.
Oh yeah. Someone needs to, you know what? Please come up with a better name and let us know in the comments below.
Nah, you heard it. It's crackheads.
My God.
My cousin's a crackhead.
Juan called everyone crackheads. 7. Thomas Crapper invented the toilet. It would be funny, no doubt, but to say he invented the toilet is a stretch. It's true, however, that he was heavily involved in the popularization of the flush toilet and made several important improvements to its functionality. So it's still pretty funny. 6. A duck's quack doesn't echo. Okay, go to the feed store, buy some corn, find a lake, bait some ducks, catch one, release it under a bridge. If you do this correctly, you will see why this myth is false. 5. Dropping a penny from the Empire State Building would kill someone. Pennies only weigh about a gram, and they tumble as they fall, so the air resistance is significant. If it reaches its terminal velocity, it would be falling at about 100 miles an hour. So when it finally hit you on the head with about 1 foot-pound of energy, it would hurt a little, but you'd quickly forget about it. Or you would look up and go, who the hell's throwing pennies?
They do that.
Yeah. 4. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. First of all, we have to define where space starts. Is it 50 miles? 100 miles? The moon? For our purposes, we will use the International Space Station. And guess what? That's right. You can't see the Great Wall of China from there. By the way, the ISS is about 173 miles above sea level, which is considered low Earth orbit. That's barely even space. There are man-made structures visible from that height, however, one being the pyramids. 3. Fingernails and hair keep growing after death. Once you die, everything in your body will start to decay, even your hair and fingernails. Although the origin of this myth is disputable, it probably stems from the fact that when the skin starts to recede from a dead body, it makes the hair and nails appear longer. 2. The 5-second rule. The belief that it takes 5 seconds for bacteria on the floor to hop onto a piece of food that's been dropped is misplaced. The truth is, it only takes a second, if that. Oh, I missed.
Good! That's gross!
Hold on.
Don't do that! Stop it! No! Ah, God! Ugh.
1. A toilet's flush will change direction depending upon which hemisphere it's in. This is one of the most ridiculous yet staunchly defended myths to date. Proponents will attribute this to the Coriolis effect, which is derived from the rotation of the Earth. While this effect does influence air masses or other large environmental structures, it has absolutely no effect on the direction of your toilet draining. So, as I said before, this list isn't exhaustive. What are some myths or urban legends you know? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us at List25. Nothing?
No.
Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button on the bottom right and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.